My name is Vincent Gennaro, and I am a United States Marine.
Sergeant Vincent Gennaro served 5 years in the United States Marine Corps. He traveled 3,800 miles, and took him about a week and a half to ride his Harley from San Diego, California to Staten Island, New York. He stopped to see the beautiful country that he was proud to defend. This is his homecoming story, told by the men who experienced it. Vincent knew that riding his Harley-Davidson cross-country was a commitment. You need to be physically and mentally prepared for the trip. Vincent said that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. His journey started on July 2nd, and he arrived home on July 17, 2021.
I enlisted to the Marine Corps at the age of 17, right after high school. I was a sergeant by the time I got out of the Marine Corps. There are two reasons why I joined the Marine Corps, one of which my grandfather on my mom's side, who was a United States Army veteran, served in Vietnam, and then my grandfather on my dad's side served in the Korean War in the Navy. And then another reason why I joined was because I felt there was a duty to serve my country. During my time in the Marine Corps, I served as an airframe mechanic on CH-53s. I deployed on the USS Boxer for 7 months. In my last year in the Marine Corps, I served as a maintenance controller for HMH 466 Wolfpack. During my 5-year enlistment, I was stationed at MCAS Miramar, San Diego, California. I was deployed to Guam, Japan, Jordan, and Kuwait. Upon getting out of the Marine Corps, I was thinking of what's the best way to get home. Riding my motorcycle across the country, the best thing that popped into my mind, the most American thing I can do. So I saddled up, rode my motorcycle across the country. Prior to me starting this journey across the country, my stepdad and my grandfather flew out to San Diego. Given that I had a motorcycle and a car, I knew I needed to get my car home. There was no other two people that I can think of to drive my car behind me across the country than my stepdad and my grandfather. They were right behind me the whole entire time. Every gas stop, they were there. Every water break, they were there. My first stop on the journey was Las Vegas, Nevada, where I was met by my mother. She flew in from New York. We were there for July 4th weekend. We saw fireworks, went out to a bunch of nice restaurants, and then packed it up. My mom flew home, and we went on to our next stop. We went up to Salt Lake City, Utah, where we spent the night. And then we made our way to Wyoming, where we also spent the night, didn't do much there. And then we went all the way to South Dakota to Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore marked the halfway point through my journey, where I was greeted by 4 of the greatest presidents in this country. I think it's the most iconic monument in this country, and it being the halfway point was very special. And then we drove an hour and a half north to go to Sturgis. We were a month early to the motorcycle rally, but it was still worth every part of it. After that, we packed it up, made it all the way to middle of South Dakota, where we spent the night. While in Sturgis, I had to stop at the Harley-Davidson dealership and pick up some gifts for my brother and sister. After leaving South Dakota, we went through Minnesota, all the way to Milwaukee, where we spent our first 2 days off the bike. It was a much-needed break. We got to see the Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier fight, which was very upsetting if you're a Conor McGregor fan. While in Milwaukee, we went to a Milwaukee Brewers game to play the Cincinnati Reds. They lost, but it was still fun. We went to the Harley-Davidson Museum, where we got to see Elvis's bike. We got to see the Terminator's bike. After our 2-day vacation in Milwaukee, we packed it up, made it all the way to Ohio, going through Chicago, where the first rain we hit the entire trip. Joe and my grandfather were very upset that we drove through the rain, but put my rain gear on, made it all the way to Ohio. When we made it to Ohio, we took our second 2-day break, which was also much needed. We got to go to the NFL Hall of Fame, which was amazing. Then we packed it up and made it all the way to Pennsylvania, where I was greeted by one of my old sergeants that I served with. And then after that, we went to Atlantic City, New Jersey. I knew I was getting into the home stretch there, seeing the Atlantic Ocean, coming all the way from the Pacific Ocean. I lost $200 in AC, which it was whatever. It was fun. And then after AC, we went to Philadelphia, where my brother surprised me. We went to a Philadelphia Phillies game. Got to see a 25-minute fireworks show at the end of the Phillies game. Also got to see my grandfather on the Jumbotron for his military service, which was very cool to see. After leaving Philadelphia, all I had was an hour and a half left of my ride back to Staten Island. We got a gas break right over the bridge in Jersey, over the outer bridge, where I was met by 4 Rolling Thunder members with their motorcycles, and they actually escorted me over the bridge.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Michael Rock and Roll. I am now the state liaison, past president of Chapter 2, New York, Rolling Thunder. We're here today to escort Mr. Vincent Giuliano. He's a United States Marine Staff Sergeant, I believe, and he started his journey in San Diego, California, riding his Harley-Davidson cross-country to pay tribute to all those who have fought in Afghanistan and the Middle East, lost their lives, and to recognize those who have not come home. Rolling Thunder's mission statement is to always remember, never forget. So we are here on behalf of all of you to represent you so that no one forgets Vincent and the people that he's representing. Thank you very much for paying attention. If you haven't, it's your loss, my friend.
Upon coming over the outer bridge into Staten Island, I was greeted by the rest of the Rolling Thunder chapter, along with Vets for Vets, which is another organization for veterans. They all drive Corvettes, old and new. I was also greeted by a full camera crew, along with Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis, which was very cool to see. She handed me an award.
Rich called me. I said they're probably coming over the outer bridge if I had to take them back.
But I couldn't forget. We wanted to take you out by just a couple of us out there. So enjoy yourself.
Welcome home. Come on, brother.
This is some ride now.
Cucumber! Welcome home.
I think maybe we should all circle back around.
It's past a little while.
You're right.
Great.
Yeah.
All these guys sitting cool on their heels.
Yeah.
How's it feel to be home, Vincent?
Oh, it's great. I'm so happy to be home. 2016. Oh, like on the road trip?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks on the road. Yeah. I didn't expect all this. This is awesome. It's great. Holy shit.
How many miles?
38. 3,800. Yeah.
Yeah, I told you they planned something you wouldn't believe. I told you.
I don't do anything small, right? Rich and good.
You got enough bikes here?
Yeah.
Planned something that you wouldn't believe. It's gonna be something you'll never forget now. After 3,800 miles on the bike, everything in your body's hurting. I'm tired, just want to be home. Seeing all these people, I felt no pain. My smile did not leave my face the entire time. It was great to see so many people to come out and support me and welcome me home. We hopped on the 440, the Korean War Veterans Parkway, where we had 2 NYPD officers escort us on that highway. There was the FDNY on every overpass, blasting their horns, blasting their sirens, saluting, and I couldn't feel more welcomed to be back on the island. I was escorted by Rolling Thunder, Chapter 2 of New York, all the way to my block, where I was greeted by family, friends, the Giglio band, bagpipes. It was a sight to see. Looking up in the sky, it was dark and cloudy, ready to rain at a moment's notice.
As the rain was coming down, I moved my bike into the garage where I knew I was home for good, and it was such a great feeling to be home with family and friends greeting me, having conversation, and just reminiscing old memories together.
Run them over. Let's go. Let's go now. There you go, 5 minutes. Thank you.
After about an hour and a half of the rain, the sun came out, and it was like 90 degrees. We all went in the backyard. My mom catered food for everybody, and we were just drinking, eating, catching up on old times. I just want to give a shout out to the NYPD, the FDNY, Rolling Thunder Chapter 2 of New York, Vets for Vets, Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis, and Mark Dolce Photography for putting this all together. And I would like to give a shout out to my mom and my stepdad also to just tell them how much I appreciated them putting this all together for me. Much appreciated. Hoorah! Hoorah! Some Dallas Marines. There are 2 reasons why I joined the Marine Corps. One of, God damn.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You're doing fantastic.
Yeah. Did absolute shit. It was the worst city. Vincent Gennaro, and I was a United States Marine. Not I was, it's I am. After leaving Vegas, we made it all the way to South Dakota, Utah. South Dakota, Utah, place.